I want to break down the Baylor softball schedule the entirety of this time, not just the conference games or anything, since they just released it. The NCAA softball teams goes as follows on their schedule: Oklahoma, Texas, Oklahoma State. Remember, Oklahoma and Texas were in the softball World Series championship. Arkansas, Texas A&M, Weber State, Cal State Fullerton, Louisiana. That's just naming some teams. Of course, it doesn't include basically the WNIT of softball. Or the NIT of softball. But still. I mean, for example, like UNLV is an example. Kansas is another one. Okay, the schedule includes the following. So these first four games are at UNLV in Las Vegas. Weber State. Actually, the first game is Southern Utah on February 10th. Same day, Weber State, but two different times. Southern Utah, UNLV. The Southern Utah and UNLV. The second meeting with Southern Utah and UNLV. The first meeting is on the same day of February 11th. Arkansas, February 12th. Now, SFA, February 17th. Longwood, February 18th. Oklahoma, February 18th. Army, February 19th. Those are in Gettleman Stadium in Waco, Texas. Now, the following game, there's no midweek games, so the next set of games are like Minnesota, February 24th. Maryland, February 24th. Texas A&M Commerce, which, of course, in February 25th. Of course, there's another game on February 25th as well. We don't know who that is. It's either as a 1 seed or 4 seed or even 2 or 3 seed in the Baylor Invitational. Of course, there's a consolation game or championship game on that Sunday, so we'll have to wait and see. I think Texas A&M Commerce made the NCAA tournament last year in softball, but still, it adds another quality opponent. That's at least. They're hosting 28 home games this year, so Baylor is. I'm going to double check on. Yeah, Texas A&M Commerce went 45-3 and 15 last year, and they were actually in the Division II level, so. But they were an NCAA tournament team in Division II. So, have to wait and see. UTR, okay, now there's a midweek game. February 28th, UT Arlington. Of course, Texas A&M, March 4th. Same day, Sam Houston. That's a Ode to Joy Invitational with the A&M game. And then there's Sam Houston State, March 5th again. Then Texas A&M again, March 5th. 2 games, so a total of 4 games. Boston University, March 9th, and Long Beach, California. Of course, Long Beach State, March 9th, in Long Beach, California. South Dakota, in Long Beach, and Fulton, California now. And then they have Cal State Fullerton, of course, that's March 10th. Then Weber State again on March 11th. So you can tell there's a lot of neutral site games / road games. Besides the home, mostly neutral site. March 15th is on the road as a true road game against Texas State. Of course, March 17th through 19th is a series with Houston, a future Big 12 team, starting next year. Not this spring, but the next one. Then UT Arlington on March 22nd. Then there's a series with Oklahoma State in Stillwater, March 24th through March 26th. A midweek game against UTSA on March 29th. Kansas at home from March 31st to April 2nd. And there's two games here that on April 6th/7th is either going to be Tennessee or Mercer. Actually, Tennessee, I think, made it to NCAA tournament last year, but let me check. Granted, I'm going to break down the roster once it gets closer, because we don't know about the roster right now. Yeah, Mercer was 16-40 last year. Yeah, they're not great. So in terms of Tennessee, 41-18 last year. Let me guess, they went to the NCAA tournament. Yep, they did. So that's another NCAA tournament team right there. Then Louisiana at home, April 11th. Abilene Christian, April 13th, at Abilene Christian. Then there's a series with Texas Tech from April 14th through 16th in a 3-game series. Then, of course, the following week is Oklahoma from April 21st to 23rd. So a little break, no midweek game there. Texas State on April 26th. Iowa State and Ames for a 3-game series starting April 28th through 30th. Texas is a series, but with them. But here's the deal. The first game is in Austin. The last two down here. From May 5th through 7th, of course, there's the Big 12 softball tournament May 10th through May 13th. So that's just naming some of the games right there. And it's a good schedule with some tough teams on there. Of course, this is the 23rd year for Glenn Moore at the program. So, overall, there is, let me check, of course, 1, 2, 3. Okay, 28 home games, so 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53. And granted, it doesn't include that 1 versus 4 game at home in terms of that one tournament or 2/3 and a consolation, or either that or the championship game for that series. So that's a lot of games on here, as you could tell. But it's normal. Very, very normal. I'll break down the roster later, like I said. I just want to go over the schedule real fast, as quick as possible, because it got released. My expectation for this team is simple: make it back to the NCAA tournament. It's been since 2019. Actually, 2021. They did make the NCAA tournament in 2021 though. I know in 2020 the way they were playing, they would have been in. I definitely know 2019 is definitely the last time that they for sure played an NCAA tournament, but I'm going to double check on 2021. 2017 they hosted super regionals even. Softball, yeah, 2021. So it's been a few years. I mean, a year removed. Last year was just so they were a young team, and they lost Lou Gilbert to the transfer portal to Texas, and she didn't play a darn over there, or not much. I'm just calling the way it is. So, either due to injury or players in front of her, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't. And they were just inconsistent. And, I mean, that's the truth. And they just need better pitching and consistency. They need to be more consistent as a team, too. So, like and subscribe if you haven't already. Let's get into 400 subscribers and more by the end of this year or sometime in the future.